10 profitable businesses that you can actually do in Ghana that will make you huge profits like you are living in Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to Business Ghana Made TV. And today I'm going to share with you this business ideas that if you are able to put it in, in practice, or if you are able to engage in it, you'll be able to make huge return on investment. It is important. A lot of people want to, come back to Africa, and they are thinking about which business to actually go into, and probably they get these informations online, but they don't actually have an idea how the businesses are done, and they don't have an overview of how it is operated in Africa here. But in this video, I'm going to share with you that I'm not only giving you the business ideas, I'm also going to be giving you the estimated cost involved. I'm also going to be giving you where you are going to be outsourcing, or where you are going to get your goods or whatever it is. I'm also going to be sharing with you the locations, the best locations that you can actually do those kind of businesses, and a possible return on investment or profit on your investment. Though this is not definite, it's just an estimate I'm given for each business idea. So number one is real estate business. Here I'm talking about you going into real estate, and you can think about huge profits. This is like a huge profit making machine in Africa. People have bought land. A brother told me yesterday his auntie bought land at somewhere around Tema Community 5 thereabouts. She bought it 5 years ago at 30,000 Ghana cedis, and it was bush. But today that place is can cost you 350,000 Ghana cedis. She bought it 30,000 Ghana cedis, and now that place can cost you 350,000 Ghana cedis. So how many percentage of return on investment is that? 100%. How many should I say? 1,000%. Yeah, because if it is 30,000 and now it is costing 350,000, what is the percentage? That's so huge, you understand? So in a year, the return on investment on a land or a property can increase like 50% in a year. So if you bought a land in the beginning of the year, 30,000 Ghana cedis, take note, by the end of the year, you may sell it 45,000 Ghana cedis, or you may sell it 40,000 or 50,000 Ghana cedis, depends on, how the location and how the place is developing. So real estate is a big business that you can actually go in. And what I just discussed with you is what we call land retailing or land banking, though they are quite a little bit different. Land banking simply means that you go into it, you buy land. It doesn't necessarily have to be a big portion, but you leave it for a very long time, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years before you sell. So that means that you target good locations to do that. However, land retailing, on the other hand, is also similar to land banking. That means you buy land and then you sell. However, this one you don't have to wait for a long time. So just like the way you want to make profit monthly, then you don't have to go into land banking, but rather land retailing. So you go, you meet the right people, then you buy a land, then you put it on sale. That means that there are some things you need to put. Now let me pull out my record book up to give you an example of what I'm talking about. For land, the location, the best location you can actually think about right now is to actually consider your strength of investment. What is your strength? Can you go? We have high ticket land you can go into. Those are locations in huge locations such as Lakeside Estates, East Legon. Those are high tickets. Getting a plot of land over there can cost you $50,000. Just one plot of land measured 70 feet by 100 feet. But when you are able to acquire a piece of land at that location and you intend to sell it in the near future, then take note, you can actually sell it above that, making $15,000 profit, or $10,000 or $20,000 profit within a year or two. So you understand. So it's huge. Those are high tickets, but I'm sharing with you at the low ticket. You can think about somewhere around Dudoa, somewhere around behind Kaswa, not Kaswa specifically, and somewhere behind Tema. You can think about Ningub, Pram, those areas, Chopoli, those areas. You can also think about somewhere around Shah Hills areas. So those are low tickets. You can actually go buy land over there. So the example I have here is that you actually, let's say you are using example as 10 acres, for example. So 10 acres in Ghana, an acre is 4 plots of land. So 10 acres will be 40 plots of land. So let's say 1 acre costs you 15,000 Ghana cedis. 15,000 Ghana cedis, approximately $1,000. So if one plot is $1,000 and you are going for 40 plots, which is 10 acres, that is how much? 40,000 US dollars. You understand? So if you are having 4,000 years, you can actually acquire a plot at these locations, you understand, is because you are actually buying it in bulk, so you get it low. It's not someone who is buying one plot, two plot, three. No, you are buying in bulk. You understand? So that's 10 acres. So you can, if you go in negotiating with the right people, you can actually get it very less. So with the $40,000, you get a piece of land. Then you need extra $20,000 for your registration process of the land and your business and also your operations. So in all, you need an amount of $60,000 to actually go into a small scale real estate business. And then with this, you also the profit or return on investment on this piece of land you are buying is usually 50%, sometimes 100% return on investment or profit, you understand. So let's say if you invested $60,000, then the return on investment you expect on it minimally is 50%. So 50% means that $30,000. So you have invested 60, you're going to be getting $30,000 within how many period? Within a year, or if you are slow at selling, then it can take you 2 years. You understand? So, but you are earning $30,000. It's not a small money in Africa here. So, in all, that is just about the real estate. And this is an example. I tell you, it's not definite, please. Number two that we can actually look at is car sale business. You understand? You go into buying of cars and selling of cars. You understand? This is so difficult in the sense of importation and duty. That's what is making it difficult. If not, you can actually acquire a car at very cheap prices in USA, in Europe, in China, or wherever it is you guys are buying your cars from. So let's say in all, getting a car that with a low ticket, that's the price is down. So let's say in all, it can cost you $4,000. You are getting a car 4,000. I'm not saying it's definite. Please don't come and catch me. So you are getting a car $4,000. That is with the duty and everything. So that means that you might have bought the car in Europe $2,000 because you are buying in bulk. So you should be buying cars that are high demand here. So let's say cars that are used for Uber. Let's say cars that are also used for normal people will want to use it. Average people want to use it or can acquire. So let's say you get the $2,000 there. For it to reach Ghana here, it will be approximately 4,000 because of the duties and everything. So it might be a little bit above that, but I'm just setting an example. So let's say we get one car cost at 4,000 plus everything, $4,000, and we are starting with 20 cars for the moment. So 20 cars can take us around 80,000 US dollars. 80,000 US dollars. But you need a location, you need to register your business, you also need to you need cost of operation. So that one can also take you another 20,000 US dollars. So in all will reach 100,000. The 20 cars is 80,000. Your registration and operation can take 20,000. All the capital you need for this business is 100,000 US dollars. So with that one, you have an estimated distance profit of, let's say, a minimum estimated profit on that is 30%, because car business is now choked in Ghana. So if you're able to get it lower and you put a little bit of it, is okay. So 30% return on investment, which is 100,000, you calculate 30% on it, that is 130,000 within a year. Though it's not easy to sell 20 cars, but if you get the right cars and you put it in the right location and the right marketing, you'll be able to make it a successful 20 cars a year. You can, yeah. So which locations are best for that? The best locations is in Accra Central. So you can be looking at somewhere around East Legon area. You see a lot of car business over there. You can also have yours over there. It doesn't matter. You can have yours around La Paz. You can La Paz areas to boom. There's a lot of cars over there. Crazy. You can think about Tema. You can think about somewhere in Medina and things. But just the most important thing is that ensure that you have it at the roadside, and you also ensure that you have a good marketing system to enable you sell. It doesn't matter where you are located. If you have if you have it at the right location, people will travel far away to come and buy. But you also have to consider impulse buying, where people just see and buy. So that is what we are talking about Accra Central. So in all, we are targeting you investing $100,000, and a year you should be getting around $130,000. $30,000. So that means you factored everything, but your net profit should be $30,000. I hope you understand. So that is the second type of business. The third one we are talking about here is fuel company. This one I don't have enough idea about it, but I know it is generating a lot of profits for people. So you can look at the fuel company, because having a fuel company and having your fuel station. And the most important thing with that one is that getting your first fuel station at the right location. Getting your first fuel station at the right location. So if you can have your first fuel station at the right location, then you have a great potential of expanding and growing. I know people who have started with this bubura. Bubura means they used to fetch, measure with cans, you understand, and now they brought some machine that they used to do this for you to fill. They started like that, they grew, and now they own $1 million real estate oil company, and they have a lot of outlets and a lot of stations, branches everywhere. So I know people who have started it, and people are making huge money like that, though they are in Ghana. You understand? So fuels, you can approximately, using my brain, I don't not backed by any search, you can start looking at fuel business if you have about 200,000 US dollars. You can think about that as well. So which place is the right place? That one, there's no specific right place. The right place is regional capitals. So if you want to establish your first fuel company or your first fuel station, you should be thinking about the regional capitals. We have in Accra, Greater Accra, that is Accra. Anywhere in Accra that people are moving, a lot of cars are moving, just try and have your place over there and you'll be able to sell. And another thing is Kasua. Those, there's a Kasua, sorry, Kumasi, that is in central region, Ashanti region, you understand. You have Tamale, you have those big regional capitals. Those are the places you should try to first put your fuel station at. As a beginner, that's what you need to be targeting. So if you have 200,000 US dollars, you can consider that is a high ticket. So you see these three that I just mentioned, they are the high ticket businesses you can go into: real estate, car sales, and then fuel. Those are high ticket businesses you can actually go. But the remaining ones that are coming, I'm going to suggest to you later, they are just average amounts. Though they also give you good returns, but they are amounts that I'm going to give you estimates, but you don't necessarily have to follow the number estimate. 4, which is number 4. We start with the number 4. Is electronic and home appliances. Electronic and home appliances. With this one, you can establish this kind of business in Accra Central, in huge location, La Paz, Medina, Shama, and as far as it's on the roadside, you'll be able to sell. You understand? So with this one like this, the most important thing with that one is if you consider actually going to China to go and procure those items, or you're actually going to liaise with people who are already into it by doing something like a franchising, that one you won't spend much. You always build a relationship with them, you give them assurance, and they'll be able to supply you for free or less, supply you, and then when you sell, you pay them. Yeah, that one will be better. But if you have your own money and you can actually go to China and go and import these things, then that will also be better. You can also consider meeting Chinese who are living in Ghana and actually importing. You can get a cheaper price from them as well. So those are ways that you can actually get it. So I've given you the location as well. So let's say you are planning to go to China and do your thing. So let's say you are investing 40,000 US dollars. You can invest 40,000 US dollars at the goods, you understand. Then you need extra $20,000 for registration of your business, for renting a shop, a big shop, you understand, outlets where people will be coming to buy your show, whatever it is. Then so you need a total capital of 60,000 US dollars to go into that if you are considering actually buying, you understand, instead of meeting or traveling to China to go and buy yourself. So 60,000 US dollars. But with this one, it is something that keeps, it's a fast moving business. So let's say in a year, you ought to make 50% return on investment. So if you invested 60,000, the return on investment for a year, we estimate is 30,000 US dollars. You understand? So it's also a very good business that you can actually go into. So that's the fourth one. Then the fifth one that I can suggest to you that I would like to actually go into, and it doesn't you stand a low risk of going into loss, is building materials. Building materials, I've seen people who have gone into different business, at the end of the day they ended up in building materials. But that one, the most important aspect of that one is the location. If you have the right location, people will always buy. So people would think that you have to go to new sites. New sites is not always the best option to do building materials, because people who go to build houses, they don't buy their things at the new site. They buy it in town, then they transport it That's what happens. So imagine someone is coming to paint. He doesn't know someone is selling paint over there and the type of paint he wants. He will only go to the Accra Central to go and buy. So if you are doing building material, locate yourself in Accra Central, locate yourself in Medina, La Paz, and those locations. Markets, you understand? If you can do Takashi and get a place, it doesn't matter. You can sell. But if you have no option, you can still locate yourself at new sites. At least you'll be able to sell to those people who are around that location. I hope you understand. So building materials and you can notwithstanding, you can also go into block molding and things, all part of the building materials. Yeah. So with this one, you can have the same estimated amount of money as the electronic and home appliances. If you're having $40,000, you can actually go into that with your registration and your rental and everything, another 20,000, total capital of 60,000 US dollars as capital, and you also have a potential of earning 50% return on investment. This is also a very good business. That is the fifth one. Boom. So we move to the sixth one. Where is the sixth one? Sixth. Yes, the sixth one is one of the easiest one. You can actually go with less amount of money, which is a traveling agency. A lot of people in Africa are interested in traveling. Some are interested in traveling to go and hustle. Some are interested in relocating. Some are interested in, going to tourism and stuff. So traveling agencies are making huge amounts of money, trust me, and they earn a lot of money without necessarily investing that much. All you just need is your office, you have your relationship, and you have expertise, the knowledge of it, and you have your relationship with this people who are responsible, the authorities. Then in that case, you'll be able to make a lot of money from there. The way they make profit over there, I would say with 10,000 US dollars, you can have an office and actually get your things right before you start with 10,000 US dollars. Yes. So with the way they make profit is, it's not necessarily they go and buy goods and come and sell. No, they make profits on different ways. Number one is discount on bulk purchase of tickets. So if people are traveling and you are able to get 100 people who are traveling at a specific location, 20 people, 10 people at a specific location, you are buying bulk tickets. These airlines, they can give discount. So okay, if you are buying, if 10 tickets, you get one for free, like that. So they get those kind of discounts. So let's say if you are buying 10 tickets, we will reduce the price for you at this amount of money. So that's a discount way. The second way is ticket commission. They earn commission, you understand? So they will tell you, we can buy the ticket for you, this is the amount it is, but this is our commission, 20%, or we are taking this number of dollars, $100, $300, $500 on this to get it done. Then do you understand? So something like that. So they earn commission. Then the last one is free tickets, which I already told you. Because they are buying in bulk, they can get free tickets. Because they keep, the airlines, they want customers. So the way they get customers is through these agencies. So if you're able to establish a good agency, you do your marketing very well, everything, but you'll be able to actually get a good business going and you make huge amounts of money. You understand? And where can you locate that? You just have to hustle. With your $10,000 or $20,000, you just have to hustle and get a good location. No matter how small it is, in around the airport area, boom, you'll be able to get business going and you make huge amount of money. I know people who are actually making a good return in this traveling agency, and you have to be very educational about it so they can get people. Then number 7 is car parts business. Car parts. People are buying cars in Ghana. A lot of people are actually buying cars in Ghana, and you'll be shocked. Car part business is booming in Ghana because people are buying cars. So your mindset should be to strategize, to identify the type of cars that people are actually buying and actually provide spare parts for those kind of cars. And you always sell. People get accidents, people cars spoiled. Those car parts business, hey, the way they are making money in Ghana here, the place they do more of it is Abosokai. Abosokai is a location that is in Accra Central. It's closer to Circle. It's closer to Kaneshi. You understand? That is where their place is, Abosokai. People are making huge amount of money at a dirty place. You see them dirty like that, but they have money. You understand? So if you can also go into car part business, you can actually make a lot of money. So you buy the car parts. You can buy a full car in Europe, then you dismantle it. They bring it in Africa here, you bring it in Africa and you sell the parts and you make a huge amount of money than even selling the car itself. You understand? So you can buy a car because it is broken down at Europe over there or wherever it is broken down. You buy plenty of it, you dismantle it, put it in a container, you bring it in Africa here, you sell You make a lot of money. Just be mindful the type of this thing you go. So with that one, let's say approximately, I've never been into it, but I'm just giving you a rough figure. Approximately with 50,000 US dollars, you can go into substantial amount of parts. You understand that you need. You also target yourself to make a minimum return on investment of 50%, which is 25,000 US dollars. So this is just an overview. You understand? So it's very moving. That one is moving too. So all this business I'm telling you, they are all moving. It is things people need every single day. So you can't tell me that if you go into it, no matter how the number of people are into it, when you go into it, you can also make your own share. Number 8 is hotel business or Airbnb business. This is also another service business that you can actually go into. But it depends on where you are coming from. You can actually make profits with different means. So I'm going to share with you the location first. The location that you need to try, and actually if you are going into this business and you want it to keep moving every single day, it's actually somewhere around the airport. Airport area, airport residential areas. That means that it requires huge investment, and you also get good returns every single day because people come into Ghana. So somewhere cantonment, somewhere around airport west, airport inside, somewhere around those locations. You can actually get it moving. Even Medina, La Paz areas, all they are all good locations that you can actually have your property there and then you'll be using it. So there are various ways and means you can actually have a property for this kind of business. It does not necessarily mean only building, because the most important thing, people just think, how can I build a house in that? You can't get land over there and buy. It's difficult, you understand. If you get cry, it is very expensive. So one thing you need to look at different ways you can actually go into it, not necessarily building. You understand? Though building is one of them. So let me give you that. Number 1 is building to rent. So if you have your money and you have your land at those locations, you can build and rent. You understand? You build nice apartments, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms apartment, and you'll be renting it. You can rent an apartment over there a day. You understand? $200, $300, just 24 hours. Yes. And people, as far as a good looking, people pay. You understand? You can have furnished, let's say we are just talking about a rental. And this type of rental I'm just talking to you about is the Airbnb type of rental. You understand? A day like that. You furnish it. People will come and rent $100, $200, $300 a day. And you earn a lot of money within a month. So in a year, you can calculate. Imagine you have those type of 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom, plenty of them, like 6, 10 of it. You know how much you'll be earning a month? It's not easy. You understand? So we also have building to rent, like normal rental. You just build and then you rent it for monthly, for yearly. In Ghana, they do years or 2 years. So you can also build, you have your 2 bedrooms, you just rent it out and you go somewhere. But that one is not really so much like the Airbnb type, but the location determines, you understand. Then another thing is rent to rent. Maybe you don't have money to build, you understand, but you can actually rent. Like I told you, some people are renting it yearly, so you can actually go and rent it yearly from them. You furnish the place. As far as a good location, you furnish the place, then boom, you put it on rental, daily rental or weekly rental or monthly rental, and you reap a lot from that too. At the end of the day, the properties in the room are yours. They furnish everything. So that one, you try and go into a long-term contract with the owner of the property, where it can be 5 years, 10 years. Then you own it. You understand, for that long time, and you reap a huge amount of money from that place. So the last one is actually to rent and rent again. I've talked about building for Airbnb. You build it, you use it for Airbnb your own self, daily, weekly rental. I also talk about build and you rent monthly, or you rent it yearly. And then I also talk about renting to rent. You rent the apartment cheap price, you also rent it out at a higher profit. And the last one is I also talk about is renting for Airbnb. You rent it and you use it for what? A daily rentals, you understand. So good location, Accra, Central, La Paz, Medina, those are very close locations. If you can do it like that, it will be better for you. That's number 8. Number 9 is actually the supermarkets and malls. This is a very serious business that Chinese have taken control over in Africa or in Ghana. So if you are going into this kind of business, know that you are in competition with Chinese. You understand? But If you have the right location where they are not located there, that will be better for you. And you also have the right location and you can actually outsource the goods at cheaper price, then that is fine. So with that one, I have that, okay, probably you need a very big a room or big shop, please, big space for your space, for that, you understand. So imagine you get a place where you pay a month 1,000 US dollars. It is okay, you understand, as far as it's a good location where people move around, people buy. So 1 month you pay 1,000 US dollars monthly. So in a year, that is 12,000 US dollars rental. 12,000, you're paying $12,000 for a year rental, you understand. So if we are talking about 5 years rental, then if a year is 12,000 US dollars, then 5 years is going to take you about 60,000 US dollars, right? Yes. So if you want to acquire the place for a very long time, you can do it like that. I'm not saying that definite. You can get it cheaper, you understand, depending on the location and how you intend your business to go. Yes. So if you follow cheap, 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 you go and locate at a place that you'll not be able to sell. You wasted more money than that. Then also you need money for the goods, you understand. So it depends on how much you need or how the size of the shop and how you intend to do it. But if you want to locate yourself or run a supermarket at a very good location and also make a huge profit, you can also locate yourself at the malls, the bigger malls. You acquire a small space. When you acquire a small space, that means that you need to have a separate location, different location as your warehouse. So you have samples, couple of those goods. But if someone wants bulk or a lot, you just take into your warehouse and you supply it to them. So with that, it depends. You need $20,000, $50,000. It depends on how you are intending to do it. And then you also need another extra money for your operation and registration, which I always say 20,000 US dollars, because that includes but with this one, because you have already rented, it wouldn't really be up to that. You have already rented already, so it will not be up to 20,000 US dollars. So with this too, because it's an everyday business, you need to look at it like in a year you expect to make 50% profits. Yeah, 50% profits. Yeah, averagely, even if you don't make averagely 30% profits, return on investment. You understand? So this is a business that is a small things you are selling, small things you are selling. So it has to be moving so you can sell more, and at the end of the day you make huge profits. Then the last one that I'm going to share with you, I'm going to share with you, is content creation and media. This is something that people don't actually look at, but it's a big business in Africa here. You have to ask yourself, are you yourself a media or a content creator? If no, then you need people who are into that, and you hire them and you pay them. You understand? So you think about doing YouTube, you think about doing Facebook, because you are in Europe, or if you are in Europe, you have an upper hand. You can register the YouTube and Facebook in that country. You understand? You just have people who be, and you in let's say you America or wherever it is, that place is better if you register at that place. Most of the YouTubers you see today, they have their accounts created over there, and it is registered in their name as it is over there, but they are actually operating in Africa. When they create content, they post it is in Africa, but original from that place. You understand? So that way you get a higher RPM. That means that payment for the number of views you make. So something like YouTube and Facebook, those are the highest paying that I know. You understand? Especially Facebook. So we in Africa here, we are not allowed to monetize our Facebook. Nigeria is the only country, Nigeria and South Africa is the only countries that are able to make way for their citizens to able to do that. But in Ghana, and we are not allowed. But if you are in Europe and you're able to register your Facebook over there and you create content over there, you create your Facebook. Even if you create your content here, you let them upload somewhere. You'll be uploading from there. You'll be uploading those contents in Europe. But though the content are generated in Africa, they'll give it to you at a different platform. Then you'll be uploading it from there. You make huge profit, or you hire someone over there to be doing the uploading from there. You can make a lot of money. Facebook pays even more than YouTube. You know that? So what I'm trying to tell you is that you can go into it, but just take note. Within the first 3 months or 6 months, you will not make money. You understand? It's patient. So if you're able to strategize very well, in the next 3 months, you invest in the machine, in the gadget and whatever it is, you start content creation. Just make sure that you have researched and identified what people actually make. There's what we call social blade. We those who are doing YouTube, you can check socialblade.com. And when you see that platform, you can type any creator, content creator's name, and you put it inside, and they will show you the estimated amount of money the person makes a month. So some people are in Africa here, and they are making videos, videos, and posting them on YouTube, and they're earning $20,000 a month. A month, you understand? They're earning 30,000. Some are earning $50,000 a month. In Africa, they are in Nigeria, they are in Ghana, they are making that amount of money. So this one, you don't need to go and buy goods. You understand? You just need to get the right people and also be the right person yourself. You understand? And see, this is where you want to go to, and find ways and means you can actually go into that right. You understand? So that is the last business idea I have for you. If this has been very helpful, I'm very grateful for your time. Kindly subscribe to the channel. My name is Imoru Sadat, and you're welcome to Business Ganami TV. Don't forget, I sell land, I sell houses. If you want to buy some, just check in the description of this video. You also don't forget, I make videos. So if you want to buy a land somewhere, even if you are not buying from me and you are buying from somewhere, you want someone to go and make a video, I'm the right person. Just contact me, I'll be grateful. Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum.
My name is Imoru Sadat. Subscribe to Business Dynamic TV. Thank you.